The Monster Squad. You know, this is one of my favorite movies. I grew up with this movie back in the 80s, so yes, I am old. Get off my lawn, you sons of bitches. Yeah, I gotta deal with that now. Anyhow, good movie. Now, this is actually the Blu ray copy. I do have a DVD copy. I was just desperate to get my hands on the film. And I gotta say, this movie is worth it. It's from, the type of stuff from Lionsgate, but I believe it's like Republic or something. Anyways, good movie. The premise here is quite literally, Van Helsing, he goes to take on Dracula right there in the picture, and he screws up. There was his magic gem thing. We fast forward like well over 100 years later to this kid right here and his friends, sorry, which call themselves the Monster Squad. And they're a fan club of monsters and stuff, and they get a new member and stuff. However, right at the same time, because of an old castle that's in there, an old home, which has the jewel, by the way, Dracula comes calling. The Wolfman, who, of course, is a reluctant monster, he transforms into the Wolfman, comes calling. Frankenstein comes calling. The the creature from the Black Lagoon comes calling. Now, this isn't a Universal movie, so these couldn't be the same Universal monsters, but enough of these characters are so iconic you can do new takes on them. And they did a damn good job. I mean, it's so good. The film is definitely one of those interesting ones. It is a PG-13 film. It is an early 80s film, so it's a little more, I would call it a little bit more shocking at times, but it's a good film. So anyways, the kids eventually get Van Helsing's diary. It's in German. They can't understand a damn word. And the vampires and all these monsters, people start disappearing, stuff starts happening. And eventually the kids meet Frankenstein. Frankenstein is like one of the few good monsters, and he helps them out. And eventually they find this German guy they call literally the scary German guy, who we actually find out because you'll see a scene in the movie where he shows his arm, and there's the famous tattoo from the Nazis and their extermination program. So, and it was done so very quick, and they're like, "You're so nice, and you know a lot about monsters." And he's like, "Yes, I do." And you just see the tattoo. Yeah, he does. He knows monsters, and not all of them have fangs and jump out of the water and chunk. So there's that. And in all fairness, you do have to sometimes wonder who's the worst monster, humans or actual monsters. But they did a very good job here. Now, as they progress, the kids eventually realize that they're running out of time. They find out they have very little time until this event, and if Dracula gets a hold of the amulet at this one exact point in time and uses it, it's game over for all of humanity. But if we use it, we can banish him. So it becomes this race against time with this MacGuffin to do stuff. But it's something that he has to actually get to. What I like is that they also stick to the rules of many of these monsters, but they also do some pretty funny stuff. One of the funniest things, and I'm sure you're going to want to see the film to see this, is the kids get encountered by the Wolfman, and there's one of the most funniest lines in film history there, and it's just cool. You got to realize something. Everybody's probably wondered this at one point. Does Wolfman have nards? I'll let you watch the film to get the answer to that. But yeah, when you hear a kid going, "Holy crap, it's a Wolfman," and they're like, "Kick him in the nards! Kick him in the nards!" You're going to want to see how that goes, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to put down in the comments the answer, and I really hope you don't, but if you do, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Just don't ruin the movie for anybody. So eventually, they figure things out. They also find out they need an actual virgin, which has some funny jokes connected to that as well. I mean, and it just keeps getting better from there. This is what makes the film so good. And even though it's done with kids, it's done so well. It's done so much action, and it's just it works so well. The movie has so many good points, and all the young actors, they really were very good in this. The main cast is good, and there's just certain cool scenes. I mean, there's a point where Dracula, he's had enough. He knows where the kids are normally hanging out, He literally drives this hearse that he's driving like a maniac. He rips the back off, grabs a stick of dynamite. Well, I should say, I think it was either a stick or a couple of sticks. Lights it with his mind. Yes, lights it with his mind. Chucks it through the window like a pro. And as he's walking away, making a jet. Boom. I mean, I don't know about you, but there aren't many villains who are that kind of charismatic and also sort of just cool, like meeting a jet. Like he's totally in control. I mean, he's pissed, and yet he is totally in freaking control. How can you not like that? And that was what made the film so damn good and so surprising. And recently, when they did the remastering for this Blu-ray and the DVD versions, believe it or not, they actually did just before that, a special viewing of the film, I believe somewhere in Texas. And they did it for like, I think 2 days or something, maybe 1 day. And it sold out. People just wanted to come and see this movie, and it sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Every showing was sold out. That should give you an idea. Now, the film wasn't a total success story when it came out, and there's a lot of films that didn't do very good right off the bat in their theatrical. They did good enough, but they didn't do quite as good. The film, however, really got good when it hit home video and HBO. I can account for this. I've seen it. Beastmaster, this movie, and a couple of others, when they made it to HBO and home video, they sold like hot dogs. I mean, they sold like gangbusters. It was that good. So the movie is well worth your time, well worth your energy, well worth your patience, and well worth the 80 references, even down to the montage and the actual theme song they would put at the end. Like Monster Squad. It's just too good. And plus, the director of this movie, he directed a couple of other horror movies you might have heard of, including the guy, I forget who he exactly is, but he played Nick Castle in the original Fog. He was in Halloween 3 and a couple of other horror movies. So the dude got around, and there's actually a Monster Squad quote in a bathroom if you have to look, but it does appear on film. So there is a lot of good things here. There's also a lot of other movies I wish I could have done, but we only have 13 days, and I do kind of not want to cover them all year. It would just be kind of, a problem. Plus, there's a lot of new movies and TV shows coming out and video games, so I get to cover those and do unboxings and all that good stuff. But yes, if you can get Monster Squad, pick it up, watch it, enjoy it, rent it on PlayStation, Netflix, or whatever the hell it's available. Is it on Netflix? I really hope it is. Anyways, I don't know if Netflix is going to last much longer with the way shit's going, but hey, who knows? And it's a good movie. It is actually still good enough for kids, but I'll let you decide if it's really what you want to show to your little ones. I would suggest like 10 and up. Okay, what about the rating? I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's that good of a movie. It actually stands up really well, and in fact, it still looks very good. The visual effects stand up very well to today. There's only like 1 or 2 little problems here and there, but they're minor, and you can actually ignore the hell out of them. The movie is that good. So guys, get Monster Squad, check it out, watch it if you want. I'm amazed they haven't done a remake on it, the way Hollywood acts. So like and subscribe, hit the bell, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later. Happy Halloween.